Yeah, I mean, first off, how good is Jose Altuve? I mean, that is such a good day for him personally, for our team. And no surprise to those of us that have been with the Astros or following the Astros for a long time. It's incredible to watch him, step up and be every bit, the star that we needed today for sure. I mean, it's hard to describe him different ways. The local media here is probably bored with how I talk about him, but he's exceptional and he's prepared and he went up today and kept a really calm heartbeat and got pitches to hit and did incredible damage.
He did something today by hitting 3 home runs that only people like Babe Ruth and Pablo Sandoval have done. Are we going to have to start calling him a slugger?
Yeah, I think we can officially call him a run producer. I think it's in a lot of ways he gets so many hits that I think some of his run production gets cast aside a little bit, and but he's the best hitter in the league, and that's in a league of really, really good hitters, and to watch him have a night like or a day like today is a great reward for the work that he's put in to not only be a good hitter who gets hits, but be a good hitter who produces runs, and that's not easy to do at this level.
The story of this offense all year has been quality at-bats. If you could, Gonzalez double in the 4th, and then his 10-pitch at-bat before McCann's 2-run single a couple of innings later. Just how critical are those sort of at-bats to a game like this?
Sure. No, I mean, we had 4 two-out runs that we scored after some good at-bats. We didn't have a guy in the lineup that didn't have good at-bats today, and I think that speaks to why we're a good offensive club. And we need those big hits, especially in the big moments. And putting up good at-bats is one of the themes on our team. It's a staple for up and down the order. I mean, I got a guy with 90 RBIs and 20-plus homers in the 8-hole today, and Marwin just did a great job of coming up big with a double off a sail and then works a incredible at-bat, ends up punching against Kelly, but set up McCann with his at-bat. So we pass the baton pretty well around here, and I think our guys take great pride in putting up good at-bats and being productive, and today was an example of that.
Obviously, we've made a lot of the Chris Sale, Justin Verlander matchup coming into this. Just your overall thoughts on how that ended up playing out today.
Well, I think what the first early part in the game showed us is how difficult it is to conserve your pitches in a playoff atmosphere and against 2 playoff teams that are good, because both guys had to exert a lot of energy and a lot of pitches in the first third of the game. Obviously, we came up big with some big hits. They came back put together some innings to score their runs to tie it up, and we ended up chasing chasing Sale with some big hits, later in the game. So rarely do you get this kind of premium matchup like this. It lived up to it because of how difficult our hitters and their hitters had to work in order to get something. But just a really, really good game on our end. I was proud of Verlander getting through the 6th inning, because as the game was unfolding early, I didn't think either guy was going to last as deep as what we all anticipated, but our guy lasted a little longer.
Mark. AJ, a 2-part question. One, how important was it to get off the start? You got off to the back homers, and I know it's getting a second one. I know it's going to get a little covered up now, but given the situation, how important was the challenge that you won on the non-catching?
Yeah, I mean, playing with the lead, it wasn't a very long lead. They scored a couple runs by the end of their 4th. But I think for us playing with the lead initially, Bregman's homer, really, really, really ignited the crowd and got us into it. And then Altuve goes back to back, and we look up. We have a ton of energy at that point. Now they stayed the course and had really good at bats against Verlander to get their 2 one-run innings. But it's nice to play with the lead. I mean, it's an intense environment, and if you're down, you feel like you're down. You start counting outs in a playoff game, and it can get really difficult when you start piecing it together. So proud of our guys to get the lead. It's important. We said we needed to get to Sale early. We did. He rebounded, had a couple good innings, and then we had a really good middle third of the game to separate ourselves. The second question is, I think all challenges that go back our way are good challenges. So it feels pretty good when you're able to help your guys.
AJ on the right.
About having a lot of pitches early. He was at 79 through 4 innings, and then 20 the last.
Right. Well, I think he started pounding the strike zone a little bit. The initial feeling, I think, when you get into a playoff game is you have to be careful and you have to pitch to the margins, and you need to. You're working on executing every single pitch perfectly, and that can drive your pitch counts up. The opposing team has something to do with that. And then he went into aggressive mode, and they put some early balls in play, and he got some early outs, and that helped him. And guys feed off of that when you can get some quick outs. And I think he knew he had to do that in order to last a little bit deeper in the game. So you have to ask him if he changed his approach. But he it definitely looked like it to be able to get through the last couple innings with, minimal pitches.
Take one more, Evan.
AJ, with Sale, knowing you might face him again, you don't want to give away too much of your plan, but was there something you guys targeted with him? Was there a specific game plan?
I think we really tried to stay in the strike zone, which is not uncommon. I think every team that faces him really tries to avoid the chase slider, back foot, the change-ups that he's starting to throw a few more of, and then the elevated fastball. I mean, George set the tone early with a really good at-bat. He struck out looking on the 3-2 pitch, but working that count, trying to make him make pitches and throw strikes and not be overly aggressive, but yet be ready to hit. It's very complicated when you face a premium guy like that. If you go up swinging early, put balls in play, you'll look up and he's at 50, 60, 70 pitches through 6 innings. That's a dangerous way to go. So we have to find the balance of how aggressive to be against him and try to stay in the strike zone. We didn't chase a ton today, which is a staple of when Sale is really good. He shows you flashes strikes, but makes you chase balls out of the zone. And I thought our discipline was pretty well done.